Hi guys and welcome to ScubaTube, the infotainment show from Simply Scuba, where we're going to be talking about our latest products, the top 5 places to dive in South Africa, but first up, here's the news. So in technology news, there's a new high-tech helmet developed by the Navy, which acts very much like Iron Man's mask in the Marvel films. It has a heads-up display which is called Diver's Augmented Vision Display, or DAVD HUD, which brings up inside the helmet a real-time visual display of everything from sector sonar and real-time topside view of the diver's location, dive site, to text messages, diagrams, photographs, and even augmented reality videos. So this can be upgraded at a later date with enhanced sensors, including high-resolution sonar to enable divers to literally see underwater even if visibility is completely zero. So this is great for the commercial divers and Navy divers, so they can see and operate in zero visibility, but it would be great for the recreational market in a few years' time when this technology starts to come down to our level. So it can happen inside of our mast, so we can navigate underwater dive sites easily. It can come up with little messages about dive sites and wrecks to sort of really teach you so you know what you're talking about and looking at under the water. So to all sorts. It's going to make our life a lot safer and a lot more interesting. In other news, a missing World War II aircraft has been finally found near a Pacific island. An aircraft that was lost for 72 years has finally been found. Lost since July 1944, discovered by Project Remover, who used state-of-the-art oceanographic technology to locate the missing World War II aircraft. Their mission is to find the final resting places of American soldiers that have been lost since World War II. Hundreds upon thousands of soldiers have been lost since World War II, and their remains have never been found in the Pacific Islands. So their main job is to sort of find them and give them a final resting place. A man was left stranded on the surface of the ocean with sharks circling. Now this sounds a lot like the plot for a Hollywood film, but this actually happened to 68-year-old Randy Fales, who was left stranded on the ocean when he realised that his boat and his family had drifted off. They'd anchored up at his favourite dive site where he went to go spearfishing. His 2 daughters were left on board of the boat, and they didn't realise that the boat had slowly drifted away until it was a good 2 miles away from him when he came back up. He came back up, realised he was all alone with his catch of fish. The catch of fish had also attracted a shark that had circled him. He fended it off with his spear gun for about 20 minutes when another boat managed to come to his rescue. He flagged it down, he climbed on board, and it took him to shore to safety. However, he has said that the incident has not discouraged him from diving in the future. So this is a good story, and he doesn't hold any ill will towards the shark. There were no injuries neither. In other news, a 54-metre long plane has become one of the newest artificial reefs in Turkey. So this is good news for all you wreck divers. There's a huge plane for you to explore. It's brand new and it's been purposefully sunk. So Turkey has sunk a 54-metre, 47-tonne plane off the coast of Kusadasi, Turkey. The 36-year-old A300 Airbus for $100,000 has been sunk to attract more divers to the area. It has a wingspan of over 44 metres and sits in 22 metres of water. So this is great for wreck divers. It's been purposefully sunk, so there's plenty of space to get inside the wreck and take a look around. Now, the world's oldest ale has been brewed from an Australian shipwreck off the east coast. A team has successfully brewed a beer from the yeast of a 220-year-old ale that was recovered from a wreck off Australia's east coast. The ship, which was sunk in 1797 thanks to a hurricane, was discovered in 1977 by recreational scuba divers, and back in 1990, marine researchers discovered preserved bottles of wine and beer, which they used to extract yeast from to ferment and brew a new ale that they've dubbed Preservation Ale. The team want to dive the wreck again to find more bottles hidden deeper inside the ship. In ecological news, divers have outplanted more than 1,800 corals. The Coral Restoration Foundation held its annual Coral Palooza, where they outplanted over 1,800 corals in various reef sites between South Florida and the Caribbean in an attempt to help grow the world's coral reef population. The Coral Restoration Foundation is committed to the conservation and awareness of world reefs and oceans. And in video news, we have a new 360-degree video. This is called Valen's Reef from the Conservation International. And this follows an Indonesian father and son in crystal clear waters to protect the coral reef. Diving around the Bird's Head Reef seascape, which is about the size of Britain, it's home to more species of fish than the Great Barrier Reef. You have a 360-degree view all around the dive site and follow them through the waters. You can find the link below. So as many of you probably know, we here at Simply Scuba, we sell scuba diving equipment. But what most of you don't know is that we also make some of our own scuba diving equipment. And I've got a few new bits and bobs here to show you, just to give you a quick look at sort of what we sell and offer. So first up, I have our own microfiber towel. So this is great for the liveaboard divers, wetsuit, dry suit divers, anybody that gets in the water. It's 4 times this size. It's actually folded up just here. This is a microfiber towel, which makes it pack down incredibly small. It's very, very lightweight. It's very thin. It's very efficient at getting you dry, and it's very good at drying itself. So if you're on a liveaboard, you're doing about 3 or 4 dives a day. You've got to dry yourself off between the dives before you get your food. So you need a microfiber towel. So this is going to dry yourself off, and then you just tie it onto to one of the banisters and the railing, and it's just going to dry very, very quickly in the wind, much quicker than the standard towels that you get on the boat. So a fantastic piece of equipment. It packs down really small, incredibly light, so you can just put this in your dive bag and forget about it. We also, this is our newest product, this is a waterproof changing mat. So we got this from the sort of surfing community. They use these all the time, and it's never really existed in the scuba diving industry, so we thought we'd introduce it. So this is a waterproof tarpaulin material. You lay this on the ground and it acts as a bit of a ground mat. So for the dry suit divers, this is great for when you're getting into your dry suit, to stop sort of stones and grit from getting into your socks and inside your dry suit. This keeps your changing area very clean and very dry. For the wetsuit divers, exactly the same for when you're getting kitted up, but it's most useful at the end of the dive, after the dive, when you want to pack all your equipment up. You lay this down, it's a big circle, waterproof tarpaulin material, so all the water inside it gets collected. It has a lip all the way around the side of it, and what you do is you take off your wetsuit and squidge it down all the way into this, and then on both sides you have these drawstrings. You pull them tight, and that creates a bit of a bag which you trap all of your wetsuit, all of your sort of wet equipment into, pull it up nice and tight, and it creates a little bag that you can put in the back of your car and keep your wetsuit contained and stop it from leaking all over the boot of your car. Very handy piece of equipment, very useful for wetsuit and dry suit divers. Okay, and earlier we had a request from a YouTuber called Connor Anderson, who asked if we could do the top 5 places to dive in South Africa. Of course we can, Connor, and here it is. Okay, so now we're going to be looking at the top 5 places to dive in South Africa. In at number 5, we have the False Bay near the Cape Peninsula. False Bay is perfect for all year diving. This dive site is popular for its rich, diverse life. It's here where you can see octopus, cuttlefish, as well as playful seals and dolphins, not to mention several species of sharks. During the months of August and September, you can often witness the incredible sight of great white sharks breaching. Next up, we have Mossel Bay in the Garden Route. This is a must for you thrill seekers and shark enthusiasts. This is one of the most accessible great white dive sites in the world. It's also abundant in other life such as dolphins, orcas and whales. This island is sheltered from winds in the winter months, and it has very nice weather during the summer months. Next up, we have Sodwana Bay in KwaZulu-Natal. Sodwana is a very popular dive site, and for good reason. With diving all year round, there's plenty to cater for beginner divers all the way up to technical divers. Sodwana has a rich abundance of marine life, as well as colourful, dense coral reefs. It offers over 1,200 different species of fish, as well as several species of shark, including tiger sharks, whale sharks, and the ability to do great white shark cage diving. Staying in KwaZulu-Natal, in at number 2, we have Aliwal Shoal. So this one's a bit of a cheat because there are 2 dive sites. We have Raggy Cave and Shark Alley. It's here where you can get up close and personal with sharks in their natural habitat. It's home to a variety of sharks, including tiger sharks and hammerheads. Not only that, but you can also see manta rays and dolphins. This dive site also boasts colourful soft corals as well as many reef fish. And in for number one, we're actually staying in KwaZulu-Natal for the Great Sardine Run. Each year, thousands of sardines shoal around the KwaZulu-Natal southern coast, and hundreds of predators come to feed on the sardines. And here you'll see dolphins, whales and hundreds of sharks that have come to hunt the sardine. Seals, humpback whales and hundreds of dolphins join in this feeding frenzy. So this is a truly beautiful place to dive, as not only will you see marine life hunting the sardines, but you'll see dive-bombing birds also hunting them. So that was our top 5 list of the best places to dive in South Africa. If you've dived any of these, let us know in the comments below. If you have any ideas of any other places that you'd like us to do a video on, put them in the comments below. Thanks for watching, safe dive. If you like that video, give us a thumbs up, click on the subscribe button and check out some of our other videos.